Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, even evening, depending where you are. How's everybody doing today? So, I'm really enjoying these Wednesdays Q&As. Basically, I'll get a lot closer to you guys. Also, it's a reason for me to stay informed, which I like to do anyway, and just some of the best, conversations come out of these. So, here we are again on another Wednesday live stream. I know a lot of you guys might be traveling for the holiday. If you're in the States, that's Thanksgiving. You probably shouldn't be, but if you do, be safe and have a good time. Eat a lot, enjoy yourself. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? We're gonna be discussing the Xbox and PlayStation VR 2, why they don't currently exist, what's the reasoning behind that, what the future may be. But again, guys, we can always discuss anything you want. All questions are open, so go for it. So what's going on, guys? Oh, a console conversation. Yep. I try and cover everything in VR in general. So, obviously, PlayStation VR, even though it's not the best hardware, it has some of the best exclusive titles. So, I would love to see a PlayStation VR 2. Grumpy Duck, my man, how's it going? I'm expecting today to be a pretty quiet day, with all the traveling and stuff. But, yeah, I think we'll still have a good time. PlayStation quietly killed PSVR. I don't officially agree with that statement because they've been making more moves in regards to PlayStation VR. And there was actually just a statement from the CEO like 2 days ago where he said they want to build a PlayStation VR 2 to match the power of the PS5, which obviously needs to happen. Discuss if AMD is busy producing the PS5 rather than getting the 6800 XT out to gamers. Well, that's really not an AMD thing. All distribution lines have just been disrupted across the planet. You can't get a PlayStation 5, you can't get an Xbox, you can't get an RTX card, you can't get the new 6000 series AMD cards. There's no coincidence here. The whole world is screwed up right now. Have you got yourself a PS5? So Grumpy, I was dragging my feet in the beginning. I had the opportunity to buy one when they first initially were available. And my stupidity and lack, hindsight, you look at it and you say you're an idiot. But I said, well, I have so much going on. I have the Quest 2 coming in. I have all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't need a PS5 right now. I don't have any time for it. So I'll get it when I get it. And now it's been 2 weeks now, and you still can't get it. And I'm like, oh, I'll probably get it for Christmas. And then you're like, that might not be possible either. So now I'm kicking myself. But I had the opportunity, and I had one in my cart. And this was very early, and a couple of my friends got it the same way. And I was like, nah, I don't need it. I'll wait. And now I'm kicking myself. Do you think PSVR will eventually be as good as PCVR? So this is actually a really good topic right here. That's like saying, will consoles ever be as good as PC? It's very similar discussion. So there's a lot more optimization that happens on consoles. Developers know exactly what hardware they're targeting. So that really, really helps. And you end up getting really high quality games because they push the hardware to the absolute limit. When you're developing on PC, a developer could say, listen, I want to go all out. I want to go crazy. Ray tracing, 120 frames per second. Basically the sky's the limit. And then some people are going to suffer and some people are going to have an awesome time. So PCVR usually has more options. Personally, I think you get some of the best experiences there. You can get some of the highest end experiences in PCVR, but the current iteration of PSVR is behind, everybody else. But a PSVR 2 on PlayStation 5 can give you high quality games. Better comes down to exclusives and preference. Yeah, Walmart's going to be selling PS5s tonight. That's correct. Let's see. Trying to get an Xbox tonight. I don't know. there's no, that's not a command. Socials is not a command, Jaws. But I do have commands listed for like all my, like Instagram and stuff like that. Anyway, Xbox has no exclusives right now. But OnlyFans, that's right, OnlyFans. Join my OnlyFans. Hey man, do you think it's worth starting a VR YouTube channel in 2020, considering there's already quite a few VR YouTubers, and it's quite hard to grow in a niche? I've done a couple of VR videos only. Okay. We're so far off topic already, but I'll answer this and we'll stay on topic, but it doesn't matter. And Matt, that's a good question. Let me make sure I come back to that, Matthew. Starting a channel is like, if you start a channel and say, hey, listen, I want to be YouTube famous, I want to make lots of money, blah, blah, blah. Unless you know exactly what you're doing, you're extremely talented and have a bit of luck on your side, you know, that's not the reason to start your YouTube channel. Starting a YouTube channel on basically anything at this point is difficult. YouTube is huge. There's a billion people doing what you're doing. You have to be able to stop and say, listen, at first, YouTube is going to hate me. No one's going to see my content. The algorithm's not going to like me. You know, people might love you, but the algorithm won't love you from the beginning. You have to be willing to look at yourself and say, all right, the reason why I'm not getting views is not people are buying subs or this or that, or they got lucky. You have to say, no, the reason is me. I need to get better. And getting better constitutes in so many different degrees. You know, working your social media better, working your thumbnails, better titles, being more articulate, better editing, whatever the case may be. Better capture, and then finding your angle, what makes you special. But if it's something you're interested in, go for it. Just, you know, don't expect some disappointment, especially in the beginning. And YouTube is always this. Yay, YouTube's fantastic. I love being a YouTuber. I hate my life. I'm never making another video. Oh, I'm so excited to post this video. It's doing great. No, it's doing terrible. And that's YouTube in a nutshell. Rarely does anyone have a trajectory like this. Even the biggest channels will do this. So just know that. Why you lie about OnlyFans? Because I'm not making an OnlyFans. That just seems wrong. I have like a total of this many female viewers in my 17,000 subscribers. So I don't think we're making an OnlyFans anytime soon. Yes, PCVR still has high quality exclusives. I totally agree. Didn't Xbox just buy up the rights for Bethesda though? Yes, but the way Xbox is going, it's unlikely that they would make Bethesda Xbox exclusives. Microsoft is very committed to PC games this, the last few years now. And basically everything's coming out on both. So if I have the choice between playing on a RTX 3090 with a 49-inch ultra-wide screen, with my keyboard and mouse, or even whatever I want, HOTAS, if I have the choice of that versus playing on an Xbox, I'm going to choose my computer. So the Xbox doesn't really excite me, even if they have Bethesda. And Bethesda is not the company they used to be. They've gone downhill, kind of like what EA did to BioWare. They've gone downhill. I hope there's a revival. Have the Series X. It's just amazing. Just the lack of content pushing the hardware. Exactly, like I said, Wookie. I actually think it looks really good, the Xbox Series X. Xbox is usually really good with features. Like, I use my Xbox as a media player. I'll watch stuff from my Plex on my projector in the background. You can't really see the projector right now. But on the projector back there, I'll use Xbox on that. And it just, it's a really good experience. It works really well. Plus, they have their Game Pass, which has, tons of great games available for super cheap. So I'm not knocking Xbox. I personally own all the consoles and a high-end PC because it's, it's my passion. But each one has something great about them. Okay, video of Sony trying out new PlayStation controllers has been shared. Okay, finger tracking stuff and more. Wouldn't be surprised if there will be a PlayStation VR 2. There will be. They've made public statements. They just said, don't expect it anytime soon, basically. there was a statement from Matthew, a question from Matthew that I gotta scroll up to because I don't remember. Would you like to see support for Xbox? So yes, I do want to see VR support on Xbox, because it'll push Microsoft to get a little bit more involved. Like they dipped their toe in the water with Windows Mixed Reality, and they actually, in conjunction with HP, came out with the Reverb G2, which is a pretty, it's a good headset. I don't want to knock it. It just doesn't have great tracking. So if there was a reason for them to push it further, that's great, because I want as many people involved in VR as possible, because Facebook has too much control right now. Okay, I'm so out of date. What consoles are doing these days? Okay, you're out of date because of VR. Yeah, I know. It's hard to keep up. Let's see. How well do I think it'll work when it comes to PlayStation VR 2 or Xbox VR? And I'll stay on Xbox VR for a little while. But how well do I think it'll work? The new hardware in the consoles is high-end. Very high-end. I think they are completely capable of giving a really nice VR experience. The problem lies in, how well they can get it to work. Microsoft really has to up their tracking, because I would say that the Reverb G2 has the best tracking and it's subpar. If you're a casual gamer, it's good enough. If you're above casual, I think it's gonna impact your ability to be competitive. Question, guys, is the music good? The levels of the music good? Too high? Too low? I used my donations from the last video to get a Spotify account, so we don't have to worry about commercials. I don't know what I did that was so cool, Jaws, but okay. Okay, I have the Quest 2. Should I buy Boneworks? Do you have a good computer is the question. If you have a good, because you can't get it on the Quest itself, it's not a native app. If you have a nice computer, fairly high end, because Boneworks is physics heavy, so it needs a pretty good CPU, and pair it with a nice GPU. So I'd say mid to high end PC. Definitely Boneworks is amazing. I love it. I don't know if it will run that well though, because I only have a 3080. Now you're just being a troll. The 3080 is basically top of the line. Okay. Microsoft got Bethesda VR 2. Bethesda VR is, I'm sorry, but this will probably be repeated a couple times here. The what's it called? So like Bethesda and major AAA companies, like in the beginning, VR was hype. VR's the next thing. Everyone's gonna get VR. It's amazing. It'll blow your mind. Like people are thinking like it's the next iPhone. Soon everyone's gonna have it. So PlayStation jumped in pretty early. A couple developers jumped in early, but no one was fully ready to commit. The only company that honestly really fully committed is Facebook at this point, but they have an ulterior motive, we'll say. So these companies jumped in, and Bethesda, they produced Wolfenstein's Cyberpilot and Doom VFR, and they're both, Cyberpilot stunk. It's like, I don't know, like 90 minutes of mediocre combat, and Doom VFR, I didn't like it all either. It just didn't feel right. It had a ton of issues at launch. So like they didn't do a good job. They kind of just they half-assed it. No way around it, because they're like, well, only a couple million people have VR, so we can't spend too much. We won't make our money back. So it makes sense. Okay. What's your view on the FOV in VR headsets? Do you think the current state of FOV is bad, or would you prefer a more FOV in headsets? It's a great question. Probably my favorite attribute of my Index, which is my daily driver, is the FOV. I think, if you're at probably 120 or above degrees, you're good. It would be nice to have a higher field of view, but as long as they have to be able to, not have any artifacts or, any blurring near the edges, distortion, and they got to be able to keep up the clarity. If they can increase the FOV, I feel like we don't, if they can go to human scale FOV 220 or, 180 even, that would be amazing. But do we need it? If we can get it, I'd take it. Do we need it right now? No, I don't think so. No Christmas music today, guys. No Christmas music. But next month, all next month, we'll have rockin' Christmas songs. There's a Christmas playlist, guys. Let's see. I mean, I used to have an issue with the FOV on like the Vive and the first generation headsets. The FOV would wreck me because you feel like you have blinders on, and constantly like a character in the game would be right here, and I'd turn and I'd get startled. And it did it on dopey games, not even horror games. Like Robo Recall would do it to me, and like basically anything. So when there was a character right there, I'd be like, holy fuck, and I get startled. With the increased FOV of the index and then getting accustomed to VR, it doesn't happen to me anymore. But VR used to wreck me all the time. Let's see. Will it run? Come on, Astro. Come on. It's gonna run Boneworks. As long as you didn't pair it with, like, you know, a 4th generation i3 Intel processor, your 3080 is gonna run Boneworks. Come on. It's gonna run. It's top tier. Stop. You're trolling at this point. Hey, Mateo, what about Pimax for best FOV? I've never used the Pimax. I've spoken to a lot of people because I'm always curious, and I reach out to people. And I'm like, but what about this? But what about this? How does this feel? And it's mixed. Some people have issues with the company. Some people say no. Some games don't work right. There's a lot of distortion. Some people say they're the best headsets you're ever going to use. I don't know. I've reached out to Pimax a couple times. A lot of companies respond to me, right away, or at least respond and say, hey, listen, we're not looking for any sponsored content, or we're not giving out review hardware. But Pimax, nothing. I never hear back, so I don't know what to tell you. I have a good PC. I wanted to know that if I get Oculus 2, would I be able to connect it to my PC and play Half-Life, for example? Yes. Good PC is relative. You will be able to play it, definitely. If you have a high-end PC, you'll get a nice experience. It doesn't one-to-one match what you would get with a PCVR headset because it goes over USB, has to compress the image, so there is some quality loss, but you should enjoy it. You should have a good time. Do you trust Pimax? Yeah, see, that's one of the things. Probably not. Do you know VR hands in Roblox? No. Okay. Let's see. You agree those games weren't the best, but they got Microsoft Bank now. Yes, but the whole thing is, and this comes back to the initial question, which is right here, the topic of today. Why is there no Xbox VR? Sure, now they have Microsoft money. Well, here's the thing. Video games are profitable. Really, really profitable. A top-tier AAA title game could cost hundreds of millions to produce and make that back 10 times over. They're up there with the movie industry at times in terms of budget and in terms of how much money they make. So there's a ton of profit to be made. And production costs, though, have also really skyrocketed, just like in the movie industry. Now, what happens is VR development is harder than typical regular development. So now the investment is higher, but the return is almost guaranteed to be lower because not many people have that hardware. So even though they have the money to do it, there's no point to it. You're not gonna get the return you're looking for. And that, in a nutshell, is why right now there's really no Xbox VR. Microsoft likes to chime in late. Like, they had their Windows phones after iPhone and BlackBerry, were all over the market. First it was BlackBerry, then iPhone was really cutting into the market, and these smartphones were super popular. And then Microsoft comes in last minute like, yeah, we can do it. But they did too little too late. Hopefully they don't do that with VR. And consoles are different because people fanboy or only pick one console. So that will help them in that regard. But Microsoft has basically said they're kind of waiting until VR is like significant, and then they'll dabble. But this does bring up the fact that there was some code found in the Microsoft Flight Simulator VR trials. Let's say someone was looking through the code, because right now there's beta testing for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 for VR. And, you know, looking through the code, they found references to Scarlet VR. Now, Scarlet was the code name for the Xbox Series X, so it makes sense to call it Scarlet VR, so that would be Xbox Series X VR. And I'm sure they would do this testing. It might never turn into anything. Companies do this all the time, but they say, yeah, sure. Your department wants a certain amount of money and a certain amount of time to experiment. Go for it. And I'm sure they were testing. Most likely, if they did release an Xbox VR headset, it would probably be something like the Reverb G2. Might actually even be the Reverb G2. But, that's, again, just because they found some code means nothing really. Okay, let's see. Pimax company's wonky, but getting better. Headset is amazing. Best I've used, and I've tried the G2. The the G2 I hear just has amazing clarity. Let's see. The increased FOV doesn't work for all games, but when it does, it's awesome. And you know what? That's what I've heard, and that seems, amazing. Okay. Yeah, so there is a restream bot, guys. I am on Twitch and YouTube. Sometimes things are pretty exciting on Twitch, but it's been kind of, dead when I do these Q&As lately. But I do like to stream on both. I'm considering just doing flat on Twitch maybe at some point, but I love the Q&As with you guys. Anyway, and that's going to be YouTube. I'm way more popular. Are you excited for Deca Gear? Why or why not? If Deca Gear can deliver their promises at the price that they said, totally. But I think they overpromised and are gonna underdeliver. I'm trying to catch up on chat, guys. Think Nintendo will sneak in with a big VR device? No way. They'll probably do something more AR related. Let's see. FOV. It sucks on the Quest. It's average. The FOV. Let's see. Okay. Mega Doo-Doo Games may be interested in sending you a review unit in the new year. I'm not familiar with Mega Doo-Doo Games, but I'm here. I love reviewing content and talking to you guys about it. You can see the edges. Yeah, I kind of see that too. I think that's because of the one LCD panel in the Quest 2. Let's see. You're 11, so my IPD's closest. So yes, I'm a Cyclops myself, so my IPD is set to the lowest also. My IPD is actually a 58 measured. I mean, do they have Windows mixed reality? Yeah, they have Windows mixed reality headset. They can, they're kind of involved in the industry. They're not a leader in VR, but they have the tech, they have the knowledge, they have the gaming console. They can do it. They're just waiting for it to be profitable. A little bit of spittle there. They're just waiting for it to be profitable. Okay, you know what I get on that one? Know what I deserve for that, guys? One of those. All right, let's get back at it. Xbox Scarlet VR. Yeah, that's right. Are you making news here, Mateo? Making news with what? Angel, I do these, and sorry guys, I know I'm pretty behind on the chat. I'm trying to keep up. I do these Q&As. So I basically have a topic, but we always go way off topic. And I do these on Wednesdays because I just want to get a little bit more acquainted with you guys. And I just I don't know, there's a reason for me to stay informed, and it's just a way for me to interact with you guys better. Okay. There's code found in the new Medal of Honor game too. Awesome. I didn't see that. Index is the best VR ever. For me personally, it is still my favorite VR headset. I've owned that many, 8, if you want to go through them. I had HTC Vive, Vive Pro, and the Cosmos. I actually got rid of them. Even had the wireless adapter. I had a Quest, Rift S, and Quest 2, that's 6. Index is 7, and then the PlayStation VR is 8. So the Index is by far my favorite. Okay. What Xbox exclusives, including Bethesda, would you like to see in VR, properly done? I mean, the initial instinct is always you want to see I want to see Halo, and I want to see Gears of War. I don't know if that's Gears of War. I think actually would translate pretty well in VR because Gears of War was always a cover shooter. So that would be really fun to just be ducking behind cover, popping up, shooting guys, and chainsaw VR. Yeah. So that's obviously something I'd want to see. I'm a big cinematic person. I like games that are like deep, have a rich story, and at times you just sit back and take it all in. Like the God of War and Final Fantasy. But I'm also a big role-playing person. So the Mass Effect, the Baldur's Gate, stuff like that, no one's done that well in VR yet. So that's really what I'm leaning to more. But I think definitely, I don't know, Halo maybe, definitely Gears of War would be awesome in VR. Matteo is an Italian name. Sì. Io sono italiano. But I'm 2 generations here in America. So it's just a name. Let's see. By the way, Deca Gear does not have foveated rendering even with eye tracking. So yes, the eye tracking they're using is more for positional. So it's for social apps and stuff like that. Because, some of the elements that make VR really shine is, you jump into a VR game, someone looks at you, you can see hand gestures. So like VR chat really shines when someone has, full finger tracking and everything. I was playing Phasmophobia yesterday with 3 flat screen players. And I have to say, it's so creepy because people walk by you and don't look at you. Or they're standing right next to you and they don't, whoa, something just happened. I'm going to have to comment on that in a second. Ralph Sauce, man, I'll get back to Phasmophobia in a second. But Ralph Sauce, that is by far the biggest donation I have ever received, dude. That is absolutely insane. Happy holidays to you too. I thank you. I'm really glad you appreciate the content. I always kind of lose my mind when I get donations. There it is. Forever to pop up. I always kind of lose my mind when I get any donation, even if it's $1, because I don't understand what I'm doing that deserves this. People throw money at me. It's not like I'm up on the stage dancing. So I guess you appreciate what I'm doing. So thank you. Happy holidays to you too. I believe you've been, sticking your toe in the content creation world also. I think you're on Twitch. So guys, go check him out. If you want to drop a link, go for it. But yeah, dude, thank you guys. That I'm going to put it, like every dollar I make, I'm going to throw back into the channel. Like I just said, the last donations, I got the Spotify account, so we can have a little music in the background. So you guys, because my voice sucks. Anywho, I was talking about Phasmophobia. So playing with flat screen people, you're in this world and they'll be talking to you, but they'll be not looking at you because they can't control where the head is when they're on flat screen, only to some degree. So it's really, really weird. And every bit more you add for realism, eye tracking, hand tracking, all that stuff, the immersion just goes up tenfold. So that's what they're going to use the eye tracking for the Deca Gear, not for foveated rendering. It's not powerful enough. It's not quick enough to be able to do that full-length eye tracking. It's kind of just doing very mild positional tracking. Okay, scrolling back up. Okay, let's see. Most profitable piece of entertainment has been GTA 5. I would believe that. I don't know if that's actually true, though. But I would believe it. Is the 64 gigabytes enough on the, I'm assuming you mean the Quest 2? It depends. How many games do you want? Are you a person who wants your headset full of games? I have 18 games on my headset. It would have been full. I have a 256. But games are getting bigger. I always use the example that Saints and Sinners is 9 gigs. So you'd only be able to fit about 6 games on your Quest when games get that big. Yes. It depends, is the answer. It depends how many games you want on your headset. If you don't mind deleting some, saving $100, deleting a game here and there. Sometimes you play a game like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I played through it. I don't think I'm going to go back to it. The only reason why I'm leaving it on the headset is every once in a while I bring the headset to my nephews and they have a blast. So I leave all my games on so they can try whatever they want. But normally I would just delete it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. If Game Pass comes to the Windows Mixed Reality Store, it will influence the value position of headsets like the G2. I completely agree. But first they need a library of VR games. That's the bigger issue. They need a library of VR games, or they would have to get developers to stop porting existing VR games to work on the Xbox platform. So yeah, that's a little bit of an issue, but the Game Pass is an amazing value. And honestly, another amazing value is Viveport. Viveport is an amazing value. All right. Just wish I could Quest 2 link on my Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. I don't know about that. I don't see that happening. But maybe, who knows? Okay. I don't want a computer. I don't want a computer just a VR game. That's understandable. I mean, generally the PCVR community is already PC gamers. So, if someone's looking to get into VR, yeah, it just seems weird to them. They go, okay, first I got to get a PC, learn, PC games, and then do PC. That's why so many people are picking up the Quest 2. It's just easy, I get it. So what's going on with console VR? So actually VR 1, 2, 3, we actually did that, I think 2 weeks ago maybe, or last week, I don't know at this point. But we discussed all, upcoming games that we were really excited for. But what's going on with console VR? Well, Xbox has kind of made a bunch of statements that, rewind. Okay. We found some code for the Flight Simulator 2020 VR version that looks like, they're testing around with Xbox Series X VR. Can't say too much to that. That's all you can say. Microsoft has made some public statements that, until VR is a bigger thing, they probably won't get into VR. Paraphrasing. Heavily paraphrasing. And when it comes to PlayStation VR, a PSVR 2 is going to come, but Sony's in no rush. That's everything in a nutshell. Okay? That's, boiling it down to the quickest soundbite for you guys. Let's see. Hello, the old one, 22. Playing Quest 2 on PC. Does video compression offset the visual upgrade versus, say, a Rift S? Wookie, it's kind of... It depends on your hardware, your computer hardware. And yes or no. If you have a fairly good computer, you might get a better experience with your Quest 2, except for increased latency. You now have the option when you use the Oculus Link, you can set it to 90 Hertz. You can't do 90 Hertz on the Rift S. So right there, what's 10 Hertz? But it's 10 frames per second is what it is. But so right there, it's a little bit faster. The resolution on the Quest 2 is higher, but the compression doesn't send out a video to match the native resolution. Technically, you can go into the settings and crank it to a 1.5 multiplier, which would produce frames at the native resolution of the Quest 2. However, if you do this, you're going to need the most high-end machine. Like John Carmack recently said, if you have the highest end machine, you're still probably going to drop some frames trying to push that all the way up. So you can see that you kind of get better performance for less with an actual PCVR headset. But that aside, it's still a decent, option. So what are your expectations for PSVR? Okay, yeah, especially after trying the OG PSVR. So I have expectations and I have speculation based on patents. There was actually a patent that just came out recently that said there's going to be haptics in the band to let users know if they're wearing the headset correctly. And I think that's pretty important because you want to know if you're in the sweet spot, because that can really impact someone's VR experience. When you first start using VR, you don't know. And then a month later, you're like, things kind of after the wow factor has worn off, you're like, things are blurry. And it's because your eyes aren't in the sweet spot. So there was haptics in the band. So I would say definitely a resolution bump. Probably a similar level of comfort. I think the PlayStation VR is fairly comfortable. It's extremely light. So probably, a little bit more comfortable. Definitely a resolution bump. Probably the same. The PlayStation actually has a 120 hertz panel, but they normally do 60 frames per second reprojected to 120. If you're using it on a PlayStation 5, some games are now going 90 hertz at 4K, but obviously the panels aren't 4K, so this is just super sampling. But again, that kind of gives you an understanding of like how far they can push a headset. So you can expect resolution probably near, 2K per eye, something like that. Maybe a little bit better. Who knows? Comes down to performance. Probably again 120 hertz. I think it would just be like, I don't know. It's hard to speculate because it might come out in a year. It might come out in 2 years. If I had to guess, I would say around next Christmas or a little bit later. But if I had to guess, other patents show controllers that look just like the Valve Index. So we have controllers that look just like the Valve Index. There's going to be a new tracking system, so it won't be a camera-based tracking. It'll be inside out, like the Quest and Windows Mixed Reality headsets. Possibly wireless. That would be amazing. There's some patents that show wireless features, so maybe wireless. And that's what I think. So I don't have expectations, just, okay. I love Game Pass. I had less than a great experience with Viveport selection and interface. So at launch, Viveport was duty. The interface stunk, but I've been following it over time, and I haven't had any issues since like very early on. I think the interface works fine, and except for annoying updates sometimes. But I think overall, what you get, your bang for your buck, is huge. Let's see. Wow, it's been so long. Used to follow your content before Feed Me Pixels. That is a really long time, my friend. You're going back 6 years or more. I used to just dabble in YouTube back in the day. Does MRTV have a Discord server? I don't actually know. I don't speak to MRTV that much. I recently had a back and forth with him a little bit about the Windows Mixed Reality. But out of all the VR YouTubers, he's one of the ones I speak to probably the least. We need to diffuse VR or they'll not believe in it. We need, you gotta say Facebook's definitely pushing VR forward. But the problem now is it's still not the most profitable industry. The reason why Facebook is so invested in it is because they make a lot of money with your personal data. That's what they're really after. They want that personal data. So that's their agenda. So they're willing to do things like, sell a headset at cost or near cost. And, put investments here. Because then ultimately they end up what they're getting what they want. Other companies like Microsoft or Valve or anybody else don't have that interest, so that's not what they're looking for, and they're not going to get the monetary return. And now you have the third sticking point of, well, I'm also going to have to go toe to toe against Facebook. It's like, it's not worth the trouble. Kurt, I believe you have told me how sexy I am, but thank you. Join my OnlyFans. You're right. Okay. Let's see. Do you think Apple AR glasses will become as big as iPhone? I don't know. Like, AR has some amazing potential. And I think one benefit AR will have is that we've seen years of ups and downs with VR. So we kind of know where we screw up when it comes to VR. How much it costs to produce content, stuff like that. So I think AR starts with an advantage. Apple's a pretty huge company. I just feel like their AR Apple's never been a company that's synonymous with gaming. So I feel like it'll be these watered down type of grindy, addictive phone app style games. And I have no interest in that. And they'll probably be very successful down that route. They'll probably do very well. But it doesn't interest me. Let's see. I am eating the ultimate gamer meal. Is that like Cheetos, Mountain Dew, and a slice of pizza? What's the ultimate gamer meal? The Discord, though, I will drop a link to the Discord, guys. So the Discord, we do a monthly giveaway on there. I think the last one was No Man's Sky. We have a bunch of keys available for something right now. We have Final Assault. I have a bunch of keys left. But we do a monthly giveaway. I chime in every day. I can't be around all the time. But you guys have amazing conversations on the Discord. I come back and read them when I have a chance. So yeah, noodles and hot Cheetos. That's another good gamer meal. So yeah, that's so join the Discord. We are running monthly giveaways there. I'm stuffy today. I'm sorry if you guys hear me. That's obnoxious. And everyone leaves the channel. No, but I'm stuffy for some reason. Oh no! COVID's got me. I don't even want to joke. It's so scary out here in the US right now. I'm pretty sure I had it early March. There were no tests available. But yeah, it's crazy. But I don't want to get stuck on that. Yes, the Discord is super fun. So what else? What else you guys curious about? Send me a pic of the noodles. Go for it. Only the noodles. And don't make the noodles innuendo for anything else. I don't know how that... Anyway, my brain is a mess. Apple might surprise us this decade with what markets they try to enter. Cars, gaming, more wearables. I'm hopeful for... So, personally, I hate Apple and have for years. I mean, it's pretty easy to hate major companies. But their approach to technology has always been off-putting to high-end users. Yeah, I'm going to label myself high-end. I've worked in tech for 23 years now. So it's always been off-putting because it's a walled-off garden. It's like, hey, here's our product. We're going to tell you how to use it. You do what we say. You can't do anything else. And, like, everything, like, you don't almost own products anymore with them. It's kind of like you're leasing things. Because whenever they want, they can push out an update that, starts killing your phone off faster so that you buy a new one. Their right to repair issues with Apple are horrendous. So, like, there are so many times where, like, there's so many accounts of people bringing in a laptop with something simple broken on it. And the Genius bar is just like, no, we'd have to replace the motherboard, the screen, the RAM, the CPU. It's going to cost you $1,300. Just buy a new one. And then they take it to, a qualified technician, and they turn around and say, no, it's like this little tiny thing that's wrong, and we fixed it for you. Ta-da. That'll be $50. So I have serious issues with Apple. Oh, I got a photo of noodles. They look delicious. Thank you. Those do look good. I'm hungry now. Thanks. Now I'm hungry. All right, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Where can I demo a Valve Index? So that's a problem. I'm going to call you Neat. You got a couple extra letters in there. But that's a problem because the Valve Index, is made by Valve. They produce it in-house. You can't find it in stores. You can't really demo them. And, I mean, that's one issue with their overall, sales. But Valve was never trying to do what Facebook is doing right now. They were never trying to be like, hey, this is the product for everyone. Go to Amazon and pick it up. Go to Walmart and pick it up. They were saying, listen, we can only do a limited run of these. We don't have super means for production. We want to show you how good VR can be. We're going to make a headset that's better than the competition right now. We're going to push it far. And they did. I mean, the Index is approaching 2 years old. So if you think about it, the Quest didn't survive 2 years. You had to update the hardware. And I personally find the Quest 2, I think, is still very limited by the hardware. So, yes, it has a nicer screen, but it's still very limited by the processing power. So the Index, they produce something that no one else had. Full finger tracking, really great audio quality, high level of comfort, 120 hertz or even 144 hertz. So they said, listen, this is where you could push VR. Then they gave us a game that no one has been able to match and said, this is high quality VR. And that was their goal. They want to see this technology succeed, but they're not like really married to it, because if it succeeds or not, it's not going to really cut into their business model. So in closing, you can't demo one unless you come over, get a COVID test, fly out here, and I'll strap an Index on your head. Should I wait for the Deca gear? The Deca gear is like a 50% pipe dream. I'm just so skeptical that a company can come out of nowhere, produce a headset with features that no one else has, and do it for cheaper. Look at the HP Reverb G2. You have HP, Microsoft, and Windows involved in that headset. Tracking is subpar. The price tag is higher. How is this random company going to do it? I don't know. But again, I've been talking to the Deca Gear people. They said I can get a demo, a prototype model. Originally they said December, but I think it'll be January. I hope that happens, and I can answer some questions. So settle for the G2. Well, Kurt, what's your overall scenario? Because, why wouldn't you go Index? Is it because of the delays? That's understandable. The G2, it's hard for me to say, yeah, definitely get the G2 because tracking is subpar. Maybe it'll improve over time. It has great screens, but the Windows Mixed Reality software can be a bit of a headache, and tracking is not high enough quality for, competitive gaming, at least not right now. Ronnie, what's up? Welcome. My Rift S broke, so you had to return it. Okay. And Index is, I know, it's not cheap, guys. If you guys didn't know, our buddy, Eric for President, his wife had a baby. So, I was just talking to him, so it's on my mind. But he posted on Twitter. Cute kid. Kid came out jacked. And now we're really off in left field, not talking about the topic at all. But just, random congrats to him. So you got a gift card from Micro Center. Okay, I don't know. Hey, Ruckus, what's going on? What's up, my friend? You saw Levi. Yeah, he's cute. I would get the Index. Yeah, still for right now, it's good. I'm hoping to hear in the next 6 months, like Index 2. That's what I'm really hoping for. Did you watch the VR shoes? Yes, I did watch it. I responded and said, thanks for sending this to me. Don't worry about your English. Nothing to apologize. I could barely speak English, and I live in America. So those shoes look interesting, but I feel like someone's going to break their neck wearing those things, and I feel like they're going to make you walk unnaturally slow. Things like crouching and stuff might feel weird. I'm always skeptical with walking tech. Super skeptical. Fat Kills. Thanks for following. G2 controllers are trash. You can use different ones. It's a bit of a headache though. So you need Steam trackers. Like Steam Tracker dongle or something like that to act as a receiver for Index controllers, and then kind of patchwork your Index controllers to work with the G2. But you also need base stations, and now you're at the price point where just get a freaking Index, man. Okay. Oh, you said can, not you can. I read it backwards. You can't use different controllers without a excessively expensive workaround. Then you can use base station tracked controllers. It's a little bit of a headache to get going, but once you get going, it works really nice. But again, it's not cost effective at all. Let's see. We just need robot jocks where they suspend you above the ground and you use feet tracking. I mean, some Ready Player One stuff like that. You got all the bungees holding you up in the air. It's so hard to capture locomotion because you don't realize how much feedback your body's constantly getting. When you're walking, your toes and your heel and everything is pressing against the ground. It's constantly giving your brain subconscious information. You're not consciously processing this information, but it's giving you all this information to let you know how balanced you are or your overall position. And that feedback is just instrumental to a natural, to your natural gait. Now, if you do anything artificial in that process, it gets weird, and it gets weird fast, and it gets uncomfortable, and sometimes you're just like, this isn't worth it. And I always have the argument as an old VR gamer, I don't want to do that much walking. It would tire me out. A lot of times I don't play VR because it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm tired. I don't want to break a sweat. And now could you imagine, I'm going to play something like Population 1 at 10 o'clock at night and do all the real running of Population 1? No. I'll have a 140 heart rate and be unable to sleep and need a shower after the game. What happened to all the XR1 VR viewers we were supposed to see this year? That's a good question, man. That actually is a good question. Well, I mean, obviously, I can tell you what happened to a bunch of them. Because, one AR company that I was talking to was for Nreal, and they reached out to me. And they said, hey, we're going to send you a prototype, because I'm definitely interested in AR also. And then when I spoke to them, they said, listen, the global pandemic has just destroyed our production, and we have very, very few prototypes. So we're really only sending out 10 total. And I'm like, oh, 10 total. I know I'm not on that list. So that's pretty much happened to everybody. Everybody's been screwed up this year. Have you tried a PSVR headset on PC with Trinus VR? I have not. That's actually the first time I've even heard of it. So does it work? It integrates with Steam VR? Is that how? I mean, I assume. I guess, if you get proper drivers for it, have a camera, I could see it working, obviously. At the end of the day, a PS4 or 5, whatever, and an Xbox is just a PC running special software. Selling off my Quest 1. Tracking is starting to become a little off. You might want to tell somebody that when you sell it. You also might want to make sure that your cameras aren't dirty or scratched, because that would be, the most likely cause for, well, there's three. Your cameras are dirty, your cameras are scratched, or you've damaged your controllers. So if you look at them, on an infrared camera, you would see if some of the dots aren't showing up or something like that. So you damaged your controllers or your cameras are messed up. Or otherwise, maybe there's a software issue, but less likely, and then you could do a factory reset. Have you tried? Okay, let's see. VR should be a lot better for me next year. I think VR continues to improve, and it's pretty freaking amazing in general. It integrates with Steam VR, yes. Okay, Trinus is a third-party app using smartphones as a VR headset. Okay. I just got an Xbox. Woohoo! You got your Series X. Let's see. Could be reflective surface in the room. That's another reason. I was under the assumption they would kind of realize, oh, I changed rooms or changed something in my room, and that's when tracking went sideways. But again, that's an assumption, and you shouldn't do that. But yeah, that's another possibility. What do you think of VR Ears Kickstarter link? Do you think that these headphones will be better than the Index? So I don't think they'll be better than the Index ones. Audio is really hard. It's one of those things that's really hard to get right. I think for the average person, they'll be good enough. And you'll get a lot of people, like probably Quest fanboys that like, well, I have the same Index off-ear speakers now, and they're just as good. And I don't, honestly, again, I don't know. I haven't tested them. But I find that pretty doubtful. But maybe they can pull it off. What's up, Jimmy the Great? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hi. I just need the table. I got what? I don't know. I'm confused. This is the best stream for the viewers. Well, you know what? When I produce content, I'm always trying to produce what I look for. That's what I started with my YouTube channel. That's why I have a lot of like VR game lists, because that's what I was always looking for. I was like, because there were not many VR games in the beginning, and I was like, what games are new? What games are good? And I was always looking for that. And then I started making that content. That's the path I've gone down. I'm doing the same thing with my approach to streaming, because whenever I get on a stream, I want to ask a question and get an answer. Because, it's live. So, like, that's the big selling point. This is going on right now. Yes, I want to see their reaction to certain things, but I also want to interact with that person. And that's what I'm delivering here. Okay, question, Jimmy. What's up? Okay, let's see. Yo, I love you. I love you right back. Okay? Totally love you. Thank you for your support. That makes I get the feels right here. Okay, am I going to review the VR ears? If they send me them. I'm not going to spend the money on them. I don't use my Quest enough for it to be a value. I think I've reached out and haven't heard back, so probably not. That's a cool door. I'm going to drop a comment for the door, because everyone always asks about the door. Okay. They are shipping in December. The VR ears are shipping in this December. I know they got delayed. I thought they weren't coming out till 2021. So I see people play VR gun games, and I see people play this one with 2 Halo weapons. What VR game is that? 2 Halo weapons. Like the pistol, the Halo pistol? And when you say Halo weapon, is it the in-game weapon that looks like one of the Halo guns? How's the game? Like, what's the game like? That's not enough to go on, but I'll do my best. We'll get there. You guys love me. Thank you. Yes, the doors are a happy accident. Exactly. The hole, I put a hole right through where it says warning, keep out. There's a hole under that sticker. And my elbow, by the way, never healed right. My wife says I might have a bone spur, and it's pressing against the nerve. So I probably fractured my elbow a little bit, and then when it grew back, I have a little bone spur. Because sometimes, if I put my elbow in this position and then you rub here, I get a zing in one direction on my arm. Kind of like when you accidentally poke your elbow, when you knock your elbow. It's that same type of sensation, just more painful and just easier to happen. Yay. Pistol whip? I wouldn't say pistol whip is the game. Like Halo weapons. Okay. So, H3 VR stream. I don't know, man. Stanley, what's going on? Welcome. Oh, it's a mod? If it's a mod, I don't know. It could be a mod for frickin' VR chat. Or I actually saw, what's the PlayStation? What is it? Dreams? Is that what it is? The PlayStation VR title that lets you make anything. I've seen a Halo level on that. It could be anything, man. Okay. Once you get over a certain age, you can play the Is This Injury Permanent game. I'm there, man. I am so there. If you guys, some of you guys are new to the channel, I talk about it every once in a while. I joke about it. But 4th decade, man. I'm getting up there. Luckily, I don't have many grays, but I feel it. Like, I get injuries and they take a month to heal. You know, that's where I'm at. I did see a 1-to-1 Helm's Deep Ruckus. I did see that demo. That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Oh, enjoying my water. So yeah, I mean, I am hoping that Xbox will release VR at some point, primarily for like exclusives, and if they pair it with Game Pass, that's amazing, because you could probably expect them on PC also, because, you know, Microsoft is like this with PC lately. Let's see, and PSVR 2, it's coming, guys, and I think it'll knock our Spider-Man socks off. It'll knock our Spider-Man socks off when it does eventually come, but it's gonna be a little while. A contractor? You think it's contractor VR? A contractor's like a what's it called? An army sim. You know, that's, I wouldn't say that's Halo. I don't know, man. I wish I could help you more. Pants and socks? No, Ruckus, from the waist down, I am butt naked every day. Every day, you know, because I don't got to go into work. So I'm in my boxers every day. That's why I haven't been allowed to use this screen right here. I haven't been allowed because, you know, you guys might end up seeing that I have nothing on. Whoop. Look how nice and colorful the room is right now. Yep. But there's mods for contracts. Okay, maybe that's what it is. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know the Halo VR mod. I can look into it at some point. I love my Spider-Man socks. My daughter got these for me for Christmas, okay? Oh, okay, we're going to go out in left field. We're going to digress for a second here. Speaking of my daughter, I have a funny story, and then we'll move back to VR. I picked her up from daycare yesterday. This is the youngest one. This is Thea. She's 2 years old. I picked her up from daycare yesterday, and there's a light when you leave daycare, and someone, when the light turned green, it was my turn to go. Someone doesn't understand right of way. I'm going straight. Someone nearly wrecked us, and I yelled out the window, you know, what the F? I didn't say what the F. I actually used the word. I dropped an F-bomb, and I just like screamed it out the window, and immediately from my back seat, my little 2-year-old daughter perfectly, what the F? What the F? And I'm going, oh no. But she said it so cute. She said it perfectly. So she was dropping F-bombs, and it was adorable. All right. How big is your room? That's personal. No, my room is, it's about 24 feet this way. And this right here at its widest point is about 13, I think. The square footage down here is about 450 square feet. I have a little workout area with another VR set up here with a Yoa VR. If you want to see it, I'll turn the camera. I've turned the camera a couple times for it. Was she giving the hand signals too? My kid sitting there, what the F? Oh my God, but I was dying. But then I ignored her, and she has not said it since, but it was hilarious. 20-month-old, yeah, I mean, it's funny. My daughter didn't say a lot at first. Like, she was a little bit slower to talk than the first child, but when she started talking, holy moly. I mean, she speaks so much better, so much clearer, and so much more than her older sister did. It's crazy. Room is big. Well, I mean, listen, I own a house, and where I am, there's a lot of space. So people always talk about it like, oh, you know, your place is big, this, that. A lot of America has houses just like this. Is a typical middle income house. You can buy a house this big. Again, this is just the basement. You could buy a house this big in parts of the country for like $200,000. But then if you go to, you know, places that are more densely packed, a house like this can cost you, or just this much space can cost you $1 or $2 million. So America's all over the place. So it's not absurd to have space like this here. But yeah, like someone asked like how big it is. Phrasing. No, but you know, look. Well, hello there. That's how big it is. Okay. I just like being an idiot sometimes. So are there any new VR gun games? Let's see. Honestly, Tales from the Galaxy's Edge I consider just a first-person shooter. That's the newest one, just came out this week. Contractors is coming to Quest 2. When you say games, are we talking VR in general, PCVR and Quest? Medal of Honor is coming next month. Sniper Elite, I think, is still coming out this year. Yeah. I mean, that's just off the top of my head. But anything that came out recently. There was a big upgrade for the stealth title, Aspire 1. Personally, I didn't like Aspire 1 when it came out. I felt like it was just a buggy mess, but some people loved it. Yes, this is the man cave. So this is my basement. I had water damage down here. I needed to repair the basement. So I said, you know what? We're making a man cave. We're going for it. Room scale. It does work really nice for room scale. However, I wish the room was a little bit wider this way because, like you'll see. So, all it takes is like arm all the way out and a jump. And you hit the wall. And that's how like I put my elbow through the wall playing Swords of Gara. Let's see. After the Fall is not 2020 anymore. No, it got delayed. After the Fall's been delayed to 2021, my man. So my buddy lived in New York City. He was paying, this is probably 10 years ago, he was paying like $1,900 a month for way less space than my basement. So it's insane. Yeah. Nathaniel, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Let's see. VR encourages me to keep my room clean because I need the space. Do you ever use a mat on the ground to help you keep your place? No, I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about it, but I haven't. Wrong pipe. Oh, that might be a permanent injury at my age. You like these faces? High quality faces. You know what that needs? Do you know what that needs? A replay. Oh, that might be a permanent injury at my age. You like these faces? High quality faces. You know what that needs? Sorry, guys. I plan to be streaming a lot more, so I'm always playing with special effects and stuff. You know, I have to show them off to make sure they work at least. That's the instant replay. I hope it came out pretty decent. Let's see. Yes, Nathaniel, the tracking based on patents that have been shown online for PlayStation VR 2. Now, there's always a huge difference between patent and product. So it might not ever become a product, but based on patents, yes, they're showing inside-out tracking, like the Quest and Windows Mixed Reality. Let's see. I have a giant table in my room. I keep convincing myself to keep in case of visitors. I don't get visitors. I haven't had people over in so many months. I used to do once a month a game night here, so all my boys would come. We'd play something. My PC connects to that projector. So we'd play something, couch co-op, or we'd take turns doing VR and, we'd go through a case or two of beer. And we have a good time. And I haven't done that since February. So I need human interaction. You guys are actually saving my sanity right now. Okay? Thank you, guys. I need you here. Thank you. Thank you. Support me. I need you. Replay was good. Yeah, I think I got it working pretty good. So when I stream games, I can just pull a replay at any time. And one thing that's really cool is it saves that clip, the original clip, so I have it. It labels it and saves it and I have it if I ever want to come back to that really cool clip. You know, like me choking on tea is a really cool clip. Also, my mods have control. So Ruckus, my boy, I know you're in the chat. You could do exclamation point punch, and you know, the chat. I'll see what happens. I haven't played H3 VR. I haven't played H3 VR recently. Actually, I've just turned it on. To be honest, I haven't really got into it. PSVR is better than Quest 2 with PS5 update. You can argue that. I mean, better is always one of those things where it's like, why is it better? You know, the quality of games, the clarity, the comfort. But I think you can make that argument. Obviously, the resolution's much lower, but you're going to get high super sampling on the games that support it, and you're going to get 90 hertz. You know, arguable. Let's see. Haven't seen Lucifin today, no. I got sucker punched by one of my mods. Yeah, and like, if I'm streaming and I'm in game, especially in VR, I know I put the chat on my arm, but when I'm in VR, you know, you get caught in the moment. So if like my administrators need to get my attention, there's an exclamation point attention command, which has a fitting sound effect. It's from Boneworks, and it just goes like moderator attention. So
moderator attention.
There it is right there. Perfect timing. So that'll get my attention. I'll hear that right in my ears, and I'll be like, what's up, chat? And also, like, they can change my screen. So it's pretty rare that I make the mistake now, but if I get up and start streaming in VR and forgot to change the scene, they can always just do exclamation point, whatever the name of the scene is. Like if they do exclamation point VR, it'll change to my VR screen. If they do exclamation point Brio, it'll turn back to this camera, my Brio camera. So my mods are gonna be awesome. And it's got a little sound too. Yeah, so that's like how, that's what's going to trigger me. That's how I'm going to know. It's the sound. Again, guys, we could also do any effect, and I'm planning to give the effects to you guys at some point in time. So just by hanging out in the chat, you guys have been accumulating points, but you guys don't know that. And then eventually I'm going to set commands to points. So like if you guys want to do something, you can. That's what I've been working on. Okay. Sorry, Wamby. I probably butchered your name. Wamby. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Sorry, this is quite irrelevant to the current topic, but how did you think, my chat's moving, the Black Friday sale will be on Oculus, that they mentioned on their Instagram? Their sales haven't been great. Like their game sales never come anything close to like Steam sales, and I don't think we'll see hardware sales. So, you know, the Quest is already so cheap, the Quest 2, and it's already so soon. Do you really want to piss off your early adopter user base by doing, you know, a sale? But I don't know. Maybe a few bucks off games here and there. And I'm not expecting much. Please don't trigger Thick Daddy. I am gonna just be confused. Okay. Wow, that takes some mod trust for show. Well, I mean, the second they do something wrong, I can just flip a switch and cut off their access. I mean, like, my mods are cool. I've known them for years. I don't think they would be jerks. And, like, maybe they'll, like, what's the point? Like, they'll have fun once, you know, they'll flip my screens, they'll do something stupid. I'll see it in chat, and I'll be like, okay, you were a jerk. Did you have fun? You're gone for good. What's the point? I trust my mods. Am I getting the G2, Mr. GT? No. So I spoke to HP. I was on a list. I didn't make it. Like, you know, they sent out, they had X amount of prototypes. Well, not even, they had prototypes originally, and they had X amount of review copies. I didn't make the cut. I spoke to them. I said, well, you have something in the future. Keep me in mind. And they said, will do. We'll keep you on the list. It is what it is. You know, there's two things there. Obviously, they want your channel to be a certain size. But it doesn't matter. Like, sub count doesn't matter. Really, view count is more important than anything else. But they also, are less likely to work with some wild cards, or they just want the product shown in a specific light. So, like, some companies like, high quality B-rolls and stuff like that, which isn't my style. So, that's where they're sending these headsets to. But whatever, I never get offended at stuff like that. Some companies want to work with me, some don't. I'm low to middle tier these days in the VR world. But I don't want the G2 anyway. It's a side step. It's not an upgrade. It's a side grade. Yes, I'll get better resolution, but I'll lose FOV. I'll also, lose. I'd have to use my index controllers with a workaround because I can't use the G2 controllers because they suck. So yada yada. It's a side step. I don't want it. I'm not interested. Let's see. I have the original Quest. Wait, hold on. I missed some chat here. Where do you think VR will be in the next 10 to 15 years? Love your channel. Thank you. The next 15 years, God. Elon Musk brain chip. No, 10 to 15 years, we'd probably see... You're always going to see the PCVR market trying to push things further. But I think you're going to be photorealism, really high quality, like audio, full feature tracking, full body tracking. I think all these, a lot more haptics. I think that stuff will become the norm. Like in the past, it would be unimaginable for people to say, we dedicated a room to TV entertainment. And now tons of people have entertainment, rooms. So I think that's where we're like kind of headed. We're going to people are dedicate rooms to VR, and it's going to be like a simple suit you put on and your headset, and everything's all in one. And it's got a lot more haptics and a lot more realism, increase FOV, increase resolution, stuff like that. I think it's just going to be a progression of everything we have now, basically. But we're speculating, completely speculating. Have the original Quest. I'm hoping there will be some bundles of games which I could pick up a little bit cheaper. I think you'll get some, but I wouldn't expecting anything amazing. Have you spoken to Deca? Yes, I spoke to Deca about a review unit. They said I can see one in late December or January. I never, it's not like we have a contract. So they could say, no, sorry, we sent out all our units. So I can't guarantee it'll happen, but I hope so. They should have definitely have given you one, bro. Don't worry about that stuff. Some company like Your VR sent me their chair, which I was blown away. That's not a cheap chair. They sent me that. I know another company that is supposed to be sending me a nice product in the future. Should be a Christmas present, so can't wait to show you guys that. I have something coming today or Friday that I'll be showing you guys. I guess since that's on the way, I can talk about it. Cyber shoes are coming. So this is the version that works with the Quest and PCVR. So I'm going to be showing you guys cyber shoes in the future. Yeah, and I should be getting something haptic related. So, I'll show you guys that. But if a company, what can I say? No, you really should work with me. I'm important. No, I'm not. I'm some dude in his basement with red lights on. Okay. I see you guys have found some of the commands for my social media. Yeah, follow me on all that stuff, guys. Let's see. I don't have, no, you can't follow me on Snapchat. That's where I send my nudes, so you can't follow. And we just lost all funding to the channel. Now we know why people don't want to work with me. Let's see. Wow, VR Heelys, those should be sick. I've been curious, to try them. I would have been in the, I would have did the Onward tournament with those guys if I had them. Because probably more than half the people in that tournament I'm good friends with. So I knew Alex and Skiva were in the Onward, what's called Cyber Shoes tournament. And I felt bad because those guys are as old as me. And I know it's not the same as running, but to just be sitting there for 3 hours is not fun. Speaking of haptic related, we'll sidebar again for a second there. I had a company reach out to me for a VR I'm trying to not get demonetized. Not that I make a lot of money on these streams, except for Ralph Sauce, who had an amazing donation today. It's there. Thank you. But thanks again. But what's it called? When it, the product was a VR lovemaking device. Okay? And they contacted me, and I just instantly felt dirty. I wouldn't even respond to them. So then they followed up, hey, this is what we'll send you. We'll send you this, 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 and this. We're just asking for you to review our product. And I'm like, hell no. No way. Back up. No way. It's not going to happen. Yes, Ruckus, that's pretty much what it was. It was one of those. They had like a special name for it. Like it was their I don't know. I don't even want to go look for it. But it had a special name. We'll send you our blah 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 unit. And it's like, no. It's just no. Live stream review on my OnlyFans. On my OnlyFans. Could you back up? Yeah, back up. Social distance, you dirty company. No, but honestly, like that would be one way to just totally ruin my channel. Like it'd be like, I'd be looking at my stats. Oh, this recent video cost you to lose 3,000 subs. Do you have a Valve Index? My man, I guess you must be new to the channel because the Index is my daily driver. Hold on one sec. My cable caught. The Index is my daily driver. I love my Index so much that I do this with it. Hello. Whoop. I'm back. Yeah, no, I have an Index. It's my daily driver. It's my favorite headset. I've had 8 headsets, and it's my favorite. All right. Let's see. Haptic Happy Love. Oh, my God. Yeah, Bella Delphine 2.0 boy version. Yeah, she'll make money. I won't. Oh, my. I can't. Listen, this is when I know I'm getting old. I know I shouldn't joke about getting old. I still look pretty good. I'm in decent shape. I have a decent amount of energy, and I'm still a fairly fun person for 4 decades old. But these are some of the things that I know I'm getting old. Like, one, I hate teenagers. No offense to the teenagers out there. You just give off this aura that adults hate you. And when I was a teenager, I used to give off that aura, and I was like, why do adults give me such a hard time? We get it now. It's partially you guys are annoying, jealousy, you live in the moment. It's a combination of factors, but teenagers suck. But no offense to any of you teenagers out there. Live your life. You guys are awesome. Jerks. And then, like we said about the injuries recently, we said when we're at the age when you get hurt, you're like, is this injury going to be permanent? And then the last one is like all these like modern, like gamer girls, streamers, whatever, chicks I see on TikTok, like these weird freaking cat costume shit going on. No one told me my music stopped playing. When did that happen? So what's called like I don't get it. Like I look at them and I'm like, what am I looking at? Like they'll have like a helmet on and like a silver bra and silver shorts and just do that dance where they just do this back. I'm like, what am I don't get it. Like this is what people are into. That's how I know I'm old. Okay. Wamby Games. So you're following me on both now. I appreciate it, man. Okay. That was really cool. So like, I assume it's your first time in the channel, man. I can't say your name. It looks like there's Cyrillics in there, so I'm not even gonna try. May I ask though, what is your nationality? Because my wife writes in Cyrillics. My wife is Serbian. But yeah, just out of curiosity. But yeah, I've been streaming a lot lately, and I plan to stream more games. So I'm just trying to make the stream as cool as possible because I'm not that entertaining. So I need to like cheat. I need to do things like punch myself in the face to keep it entertaining. All right. Kurt, thank you. You're gonna make me blush again. Let's see. If it would be cool if they made a headset with cams all over where you can have pass-through fly vision. Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean by fly vision, but like, oh, like kind of get like the 8-eye kind of, what is that thing? What is that thing called? Kaleidoscope style vision. That'd be cool. Let's see. What GPU do you have? I have a RTX 3090. Don't buy one. It's overkill. The only reason why I have one is I get technological reimbursement from my company. So basically, I can buy up to X amount of money in hardware, and they don't give a shit what the hardware is. That's why I have this ridiculous G9 monitor. I can show you guys that. Hold on. That's why I have this ridiculously wide. You like the shake? That's why I have that ridiculously wide G9 monitor and the 3090, because I was able to get just about both of those paid off. Otherwise, even I wouldn't spend this much on tech. Let's see. But I have a 3080 is definitely good enough. 3090 is overpriced, and don't buy it. You're not old. I'm kind of old. Let's see. I spelled it wrong twice. I spell everything wrong. Let's see. I think you definitely instead of sexy, you're writing something wrong. Yeah, that's getting autocorrected. Can't be right. Compound eyes. Okay. What graphics card do you use in your setup? I just mentioned that. Yep, 3090. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You say 3090 is overkill today, but maybe in like 3 years it'll show its worth. In 3 years, I will totally just be getting a new one. I mean, that's usually my cycle, 3 years. But speaking of GPUs, do you guys want to win one? Do you guys want to win a GPU? I don't think I have a command for this. I'll try. Let me see. Wait, hold on. I have my commands pinned because even I can't remember them. Let's see. Do I have one? No, I don't have one. Well, let me send you guys a link to my GeForce 1080 Ti giveaway. I know it's a 1080 Ti. It's kind of old, but I'm giving it away. So, I mean, yeah. So let me get you a link for that, guys. Okay, that's a link for the 1080 Ti upgrade. Yeah, I should do a command like GPU. I should make a command for it, but I always forget. I should also do a command for like my parts. Grunny, you are 70, man? So here's the thing. Well, first off, congrats. That's, a nice amount of life to have behind you. You've probably seen some awesome stuff. And when I start talking to people in their 70s, like, it's pretty crazy to see someone in their 70s, showing up to my channel. I'm hoping I'll be that person, but genetics in my family, the males don't live that long. I'm actually getting a little upset discussing this because my father passed away at 69. His oldest brother made it to 71. So, we just don't have genetics on our side. I look okay now at 40, but who knows what's going to happen in the next 30 years. But they also say that your 40s are your worst years. So, body changes, whatever, you stop feeling like poop. But in 50s and 60s, you enjoy life a bit more. And then even, like every day becomes precious when you get the 70s and 80s. But yeah, awesome. I hope you're enjoying the channel. God, I would love to still be VR gaming or just be in the gaming world at 70. I think I will be. Let's see. My Vega 56 died. Yeah, that would be a replacement. 11 gigs of RAM. That's still a beast card. So, yeah, I have the 1080 Ti right here. This is an awesome 1080 Ti. I actually loved this card. This is Asus or Asus, whatever's their correct pronunciation. This is a Strix. Look, see, I got it boxed up and everything for you guys. This is the Strix version. So when you're like not gaming or low-level gaming, like low-end gaming, it has passive cooling. Doesn't make a sound. Then when you're crushing it on a game, you don't hear this thing. The fans at full speed are just not loud at all. So I love this card. And it's so freaking huge. That's what she said. What? Demonetized. It's like Oprah. You get a GPU. Okay. Thank you for following Cook VR. Thank you. I did all 9 yards. Oh, okay. All the entries. Well, congrats. Appreciate you and love your channel. Well, I appreciate you for being here. It does mean a lot to me. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, if you were here, YouTube is this. Highs and lows. Now, luckily, you know, what I want to see is gradually get, you know, my channel gets higher and higher and goes like this. But YouTube in general is, I love YouTubing. It's amazing. I'm getting so much love. My channel's growing. And then the next month, it's like, what just happened? Where'd everyone go? And that's just normal trends. YouTube does the same thing with monetization. So it's all over the place and it's crazy. And sometimes I like it gets to your head. It really has a strong impact. So the love that you guys give me, I cannot begin to express how far it goes. Like the tiny things like commenting on a video and clicking that thumbs up are unbelievably huge to a YouTuber. Unbelievably huge. I can't overemphasize that. They go really, really far because once you have one video that like takes off, you have like if you just started doing content, you have a video that hits 20K. Anything below 20K feels like you screwed up. And then you know, you had a video that got 500 messages and the next one gets like 10. You're like, well, what did I do wrong? And it's partially you, but it's partially not you. It's a lot of stuff going on. So, you know, these little things are huge. But thank you guys. Sweet deal. I'm still using a 1070. Excuse me. I didn't want to burp into the mic. Let's see. A fellow 4-decader. All right. You know, when I made my review of the Quest 2, I had a very juvenile introduction for the people who haven't seen it. I do recommend it. But I have a very humorous and juvenile introduction. That's normally not my content. But there is a reason behind it. And if you saw the video, you know. Maybe I'll drop a link to that too. But people are like, oh, are you trying to get all like the Fortnite kids and the young kids into your videos? And I'm like, give me a break. The average viewer on my channel is older than 24. So I can see the demographics. And most people are between 24 and 40 something that watch my channel. I need you people. My edited videos are really good. Well, thank you. I only recently started doing the live stream. So this is live stream number 6, I want to say. But I enjoy this so much. And I started doing this when, right after the Quest 2, because there was so much hype around the Quest 2. And I said, you know what? I put out this video. I gave you guys my opinion, but I can talk about this topic for 2 hours. And that's what I did. I put on a live stream. Actually, you know, it was great to see. It was like 200 people came out and watched the live stream. And I got to say that felt unbelievable. But that's, you know, there's a lot of VR hype at the time. So, like I said, it's those ups and downs. Like, that felt amazing. I'm going to live stream all the time. This was great. And now, like, we dropped down to, like, 50, 60. I don't care. You know what? You guys are still here. You guys appreciate me. I think, in general, the channel is doing good. I think we're improving. So, I guess that's just a big thank you to you guys for supporting me. But I work hard on my videos. Okay, a little off. Don't worry about going off topic. Nope, topic's over here. This topic over here is just for poops and giggles. Okay. Let's see. So, have you been using your VR at all? So, okay. Do you think with all the other issues others are having with it, is it worth almost 4K? First off, it's not 4K. The Your VR is, I think it's like, I want to say $1,400 or $1,200, not 4K. Shipping can be expensive depending where you are, but anyway, that's the price there. So say 2. It's hard to justify it at 2, even, you know, $1,000. If you're going to be doing a lot of racing games, like Elite Dangerous to some degree, because there's some issues getting it to work with Elite Dangerous, but if you're going to be doing a lot of racing games and a lot of sims, and that's the style of game you like to play, then I think it's worth it. I think it would also be amazing in like VR arcades. It's a great piece of hardware. It's very powerful, very immersive. I haven't been using it that much, but again, I haven't been playing that much. If I get in an hour a day of VR, yes, thank you. I'm happy I got in an hour. But the extra little setup for the yaw, and plus the fact that I'm not playing any content for it right now, I'm not using it. But I'm sure, you know, when things quiet down and I go back to Squadrons, I'll be playing it on it more, stuff like that. Let's see. For whatever reason, notifications on your YouTube content are hit or miss with me on YouTube. I don't know, man. Just go back to my channel, shut off notifications for like 10 minutes, then turn them back on, set them to all. Hopefully that works. Let's see. Congrats on hitting 30, man. It's all down here. It's all downhill from now. Sorry. Ventro. You might not feel it yet. Give 5 years. Sorry. I don't want to be pessimistic. But yeah, so that's my spiel on the Yor. Let's see. I draw for a living, trying to figure out why one thing went viral. Oh my God, yes. And then another didn't. Oh my God. That's just crazy. And sometimes going viral is actually really bad for a channel. Like, I know a channel or two out there who've had like one viral hit. Okay? One viral hit, they gain like 40,000 subscribers overnight. Like in 4 weeks. Then you go to their channel, check out their new video. Got 300 views on it. They live stream. They have 7 people there. The channel with 50 to 100K, subscribers. And they're getting 7 people on a live stream, a couple hundred on a video. It looks terrible. And then YouTube, the algorithm kind of says, whoop, we made a mistake promoting you. Downgraded. So it's sometimes going too viral is not good. Let's see. In 48, you're going to be 48 in 2 days, but never too old for VR. No, but I feel like I am a little old to like VR game in say Until You Fall. Until You Fall gets an hour out of me because that's cardio. That's it. And I feel like if I'm working in the gym really hard, it impacts how much VR gaming I can do and vice versa. Let's see. Hey, Matt, what editing software do you use, by the way? Okay. So I'll be honest with you. I really should be using Adobe Premiere, but I don't make much on the channel. I'm too broke to broke kind of 3090, and the guy says he's broke. Again, I told you compensation, but I don't know. I've been using Power Director for years because Adobe I always felt like was too hard to get into. But I really should be using Premiere. I should just if I had the free time, I'd just bite the bullet and learn it. I did use After Effects for my my video, the YouTuber Awards video. I used After Effects, but that was a trial. And once the trial ran out, I said nope. Kaz and Cherry, I think, which I love. Let's see, what was the comment before that? What did I miss? What comment did I miss about Kaz and Cherry? They were awesome, by the way. Those two girls, I was thinking about them today. Oddly enough, my brain was wandering thinking about YouTube while I was working out this morning. And I was thinking about them because they're two sweethearts. Talk to Kaz a lot more. We're on a Discord server together, and every once in a while we have a conversation. It's been a while, though. But they're sweethearts. They're great. They're so cute, those two. Yeah, I mean, everyone should be using Adobe Premiere. The thing is, Power Director is like $50, and I already knew how to use it. And now it's like, I don't have the time to adjust, but it kind of sucks. But again, you guys say I'm putting out clean edited videos, so it's doing what I need. We need Xbox VR and PSVR 2. What's up, the virtual floof? Guys, this is my buddy. This is a real life buddy, but he lives across the world in South America. South America, South Africa. What's wrong with you, idiot, Matt? Wait, hold on. We know what Matt gets for that. Okay. Yeah, so he's my buddy over there. You should guys watch him on Twitch. So the Virtual Floof on Twitch. He streams a lot. I think he's a furry sometimes in like VR chat and Neos VR. But he's an awesome dude. Super nice guy. He was building a computer. I was trying to troll him and it had no impact. I was like, no, you're doing it wrong. No, you picked the wrong parts. No impact. It didn't phase him. KO. I was thinking of them earlier this morning, too. I know. It always going to sound, whenever you say you're thinking of someone, it's always like, oh, really? You were? I love the music name. Revenge of the Simp. I just noticed. So this is non-copyright music from Harris Heller. He's a YouTuber and Twitch streamer, if you're not familiar. He does a lot of videos on like how to get better at Twitch and YouTube. But he puts out this royalty-free music. So I've been playing his soundtracks because I know I'm not going to run into an issue. Need haptic Need haptic feedback on the punch. So I am planning something. I told you guys I should be having a haptic something coming. So the software I've set up for the commands, which can basically do anything. And I do plan to incorporate haptic feedback into that punch. So I'm gonna get a haptic suit, okay? Let's go there. And I do plan to make the commands trigger the haptic suit. So you got it. All right. Let's see. Got to get back to the work thanks to the stream. Work, man. You should be retired, dude. Relax. Chill out. But no, I get you. Thanks for hanging out. Love having you here, dude. Stay awesome. Stay safe. Okay? Let's see. Harris Heller is such a good resource for streamers. Mateo's more thick, though. Yeah, he's a skinny boy. He's got that feathery, light, fluffy blonde hair. And, he's a bit more of a pretty boy than me. I get a little bit jealous. He's got that good look for being a content creator. But, no, he definitely is a great resource for sure. Listen, if the haptic feedback is too high, we can always adjust that. Let me show you guys something else. One sec. Let me fly across the room and grab something. What is this idiot Mateo doing now? So this is something I used to use years ago, live streaming. See, so this is a Nerf gun. This is a little USB relay. So it's USB plug goes in here. USB relay. This is, I hacked into the wiring of the gun. So if you look here, back. So basically, people on the stream used to be able to shoot me with Nerf dots. You would gain points over time. This would be plugged into my computer, and then you could shoot me with Nerf dots. And maybe we'll revisit this in the future. We'll bring this back out. So GT, in my latest video from Monday, I spoke about the shockwave. How dare you not see Monday's video? How dare you? I need to get Greta. I need an effect, because that's the only thing I see in my head. The Swedish girl, Greta. Saying "How dare you," that meme. That's all I hear anytime someone says "How dare you." I need that. I need that as an effect. I gotta get that. But yeah, maybe we'll do that again one day too. Harris is so smiley face with sunglasses. I think so. Grumpy Duck is another skinny boy. Yeah, he is. Also, what's his name? Is so tiny, or at least looks so tiny. Soul Fox. Soul Fox is cute. Like, I won't pick him up. With his beard. He's a little gnome. Just finished school. Awesome. This Mateo's more good looking than anyone you've seen in your 40s. I doubt that. You just need to look at more people. Hey, Mateo, for video editing software, is DaVinci Resolve, as I was looking through the Apple Store and I found it. So yes, I do hear about people using that, but I'm not a Mac person, so sorry. What is your favorite side quest game? Okay, super easy on that one. Great question, Chris. My favorite side quest game is Hyper Dash, hands down. Probably my favorite VR competitive shooter. Yeah, even I think I like it more than Population 1, to be honest. So then my favorite Steam game, I mean, it's cliche, but probably the best game is obviously Half-Life Alyx. But there's a ton of games that I really like, you know, like Boneworks is also fantastic. Saints and Sinners is really good. I like Until You Fall, you know, one that no one's ever heard of, Silicon Rising. I really like that game, indie game. There's a ton of great games, but you know, that's some of my top list up there. I really enjoyed Vader Immortal. I know some people weren't that impressed with it, but I thought it was a great cinematic experience. Let's say. Okay, man, it would be great if you could set up chat with commands. See, we're gonna do that. Ralph Sauce, we're gonna do that. So right now the commands are locked to mods, but you guys, just by being here, you guys didn't know that, but you're gaining points. You're gaining points just by being here, and in the future, you'll be able to use points to trigger the commands. We will make a set of commands that are available specifically to viewers. Like mods can do, you know, stuff that I don't want anyone else doing. Like Ruckus, you can type !VR, and it'll change my scene. So you can go ahead and do that if you want to show people. But he can change my scene. Mods are getting a ton of control. You guys will get like little goofy stuff to control. See, he can change my screen in case I forget to change my screen. So basically they have, you know, stuff for everything. The points are happening on both Twitch and YouTube. Twitch and YouTube. I will confirm that, but we'll see where that goes. So, Ruckus, there's it probably. Oh yeah. So when you switch to that screen, it wanted to use the microphone on the index because that's the microphone I use on that screen. So it's set up to switch the mic also. That's how it's configured. I just got sick of being like, okay, let me mute this mic. Let me do that. Let me change the setting. I have it all just automated. That's why the mic cut out. I watch on Twitch because YouTube chat is broken for me. That sucks. Well, I'm just glad you're here. That's all that matters. MacBook Air has 8 gigs of RAM. So much RAM. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot we can do with all the new software I use. It's I'm really happy about it. So you guys will get some cool stuff. You're a good mod operating on both chats. Yes, you are. Sorry if I missed it. Where do those doors go? No problem. I'll show you where those doors go. We'll get a little view. First, we'll type this command, because, and I'll show you the doors. I'm going to use this as my inspector camera. Matt. All right. What mic is on? Okay, it's using this mic. I'll just yell. So this is my server closet. This is my server closet, and this is where I keep all my stuff. So in there, that's actually a server rack. It has Xbox, a PlayStation, a Nintendo Switch, cabling to go to my computer, and there's a Plex server. That's a computer on the floor. So all my other stuff, cable caught. And if you want to see the other side, we'll take a quick walk. Let me get my Slack. That's where it goes. Let me switch back. That's where it goes. Okay? Life goals. All right. Yep, that's where it goes. You guys know. Oh, let's see. My mom paid $500 for a 16 gigabyte laptop. I mean, it all depends what else is in there. Let's see. Did you paint them like that? No, I bought these. They're stickies. I bought them on Etsy. I really need to fix the lighting in this place. I need to get lighting from me, because right now it's so susceptible to the screen changing, like, and it's using low light compensation, which is not great. That's why the background looks so grainy. So I need to make some adjustments, but I'll get there, guys. With the amazing $50 donation I got today, I can get half an Elgato key light. Yeah, I mean, I've been working on the setup for a long time. So, like I said, we had a flood down here, and I had to replace the basement. So I did the demo myself. I demoed the whole basement, took out soggy, disgusting carpet, all that. And I had some people come in and help me redo it. Impressive. Most impressive. But you are not a Jedi yet. Okay. It was your video I saw about the shockwave. Well, I mean, there's another video that came out a day later that's really similar. So if anybody saw it, they saw it. So, Angel, in my latest video that came out Monday, every Monday I do the VR news, if you're new to the channel. I do the VR news, and I started including the games I've been playing and a quick opinion, like a minute I spend at most. I played through Tales of the Galaxy's Edge. I actually even live streamed almost all of my playthrough last week, and I was unimpressed. I thought it was mediocre. I thought it was a mediocre shooter. I felt like the studio went from a streamlined, high-end cinematic experience with Vader Immortal to a mediocre shooter. The guns don't feel great, and I felt like there was no real storyline to it, so I was just disappointed. I still have a little faith in the game itself, you know, when they come out with more content, so I still have some faith in it, but ultimately I was disappointed. And the one standout was the side quest. It's like a 15-minute side quest where you go to, it's called the Darkest Temple, where you take on the role of a Padawan Jedi girl, and you meet Yoda, and you go battle some like evil Sith artifact that destroyed the temple. That was pretty cool. That was, you know, cinematic. That had more elements to it, but the game itself didn't impress. Let's see. What's Jaw keep bringing up? I don't know. Let's see. Cool. My mom loved Etsy. I bought two things off Etsy: those doors and a pillow for my wife. I got my hands on a 3090. Nice. Mr. Trinidad, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the stream. I've been good. I'm just delayed on chat. I'm trying to keep up. Let's see. 3090. Actually, I've actually been able to get 3, and like a good boy, I didn't scalp any of them. I gave them all to, you know, VR friends and stuff. Didn't give them. I paid for them, but I didn't sell them, you know, at an increased price. I gave them to them at cost. I think I have one more available left to purchase from EVGA. So I put a notice on Twitter, but no takers. I mean, what do you expect? A 3090. Who's really going to pay that much? Let's see. Yeah, there's a bot that does the chat together, Restream bot. Is someone commenting about the bot that I'm missing, Ruckus? Because every once in a while I see someone say something about the Restream bot, but I don't see any chat like someone saying what's the deal with this bot. I don't know, maybe I accidentally have someone blocked? Fill me in on that. D's nuts. Okay. That's so weird. I don't see a message from D's nuts in regard to that. Maybe because I don't have both chats up. I'm using Restream chat that connects to both. So maybe that's weird. But anyway, Wait, you're saying you'll hook up a 3090 from market? Yeah, Ralph Sauce, I have one. I have one, and yeah, for sure. So Ruckus, maybe not every single command is making its way through to my restream chat. So I'll open up the YouTube chat and stuff next time. No, I see some of his messages, like D's Nuts 776. I got my hands on a 3090. I see that, but I don't see anything else. Oh, okay. I have a question. Why does it seem that there are more bots than viewers? Oh, I just missed it. I'm slow. These nuts ain't offensive. Yeah, my bad. Anyway, guys, we're at the 2-hour mark. That's how we do the Q&As. Thank you guys for hanging out. This was absolutely amazing. I'm going to be streaming games next week. Well, actually, we might fit in something. I don't know if I can do Friday because the wife might be working and the kids are home for the holiday. But I have some streams coming up. I'm going to do Hinge, which looks like the scariest, creepiest VR thing ever. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to wet my pants playing. But I'm going to play Hinge for you guys. There's also another game that a company reached out for me that, you know, wanted me to show it off. I'm going to get a bunch of keys from them. So I'm going to give you guys that game. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it looks like a, you know, it's a VR version of like classic games, like, you know, like Break. I don't know, like the traditional name was. Well, you know, like you have a ball that keeps bouncing down and you got to bounce it back and break all the things on the screen. It's like that in VR. So it has like game modes like that. So we're going to be showing that off. We have a bunch of keys for it next week. And Hinge. We're going to do some Hinge. I'm going to wet my pants. Yes. Breakout. I said break. I was close, man. Ruckus, thank you. You're like my Robin Quivers, and I'm Howard Stern. You know, you just fill in the blanks for me. Just called you Robin Quivers. And Howard Stern. The current generation isn't up on Howard Stern. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. It's been really, really fun. Yeah, I don't have much more for you. No, but honestly, guys, thanks for hanging out. I've had to pee for the last like hour, so I've been holding it for you guys. But I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you guys have any questions, topics, just let me drop a couple links before we all leave, okay? Just let me drop a couple links. I want to do this full time, guys. I'll be honest with you. I want to do this full time, but I'm not, you know, YouTube isn't the biggest of, what's the word I'm looking for? YouTube doesn't pay very well unless you do well, and I mean, I'm doing okay, but it's still a rough gig, and I don't make that much on YouTube. So, you know, I'm trying to, you know, obviously get better, so I make more money on ad revenue, and then just kind of find ways to make this channel more appealing to you guys, so that you guys are more likely to become a Patreon or join me on YouTube or whatever the case may be. You know, I never want to come here and like be asking for donations or dependent on that. So I want to get good enough so that stuff comes in so that I never have to be like desperate. So that's my goal right now. I'm trying to improve and work on it. But yes, I'm holding my stream for the stream. But as you see, guys, I'm always playing with the, you know, bot commands and stuff. I'm trying to make this a lot more appealing and find out, you know, what will work in the future. So I'd love to do this full time. So I'm just, you know, going to drop some links, let you guys know what's going on with my channel. So if you like the stream, you can check out some other aspects. But, you know, obviously, if you're on Twitch, here's the YouTube link for you guys. You guys can go check me out on YouTube. That is the bulk of my content. Is that link going to get dropped? Maybe it's not. Pretty sure that's a command. Did the bot up and quit on me? I'll just make a link. Hey, bot, you're a little slow. Let's see. But yeah, that's me on YouTube. I do recommend you guys check that out. Can you upgrade the Discord link? It's about your... okay. Hey, Matt, could you update the Discord link on your About on Twitch? I can. Let's hope I remember. I'll go to that right now. What's there? Is there actually a Discord link there? Yeah, so I'll upgrade that. But yeah, so I'll upgrade that. I'm just hearing my own echo as I go to the channel. Join the Discord though, guys. We do monthly giveaways on there. It's the best way for you to directly contact me and nag me for stuff. And then, you know, I hate saying, you know, I hate sponsored content in a lot of ways. I don't really like to do it. If you're going to do this full time, you kind of got to get into that game to, at least to some degree. But I'm trying to avoid it and kind of just give you guys the options to, if you're already going to buy things, like, oh, well, here's a link. You know, here's an affiliate link if you're looking for something. So I'm trying to make that more of an option. I think I have a support me command or support. Let me see what I got here. Dun, dun. Oh, here we go, guys. My gear. So a lot of people ask me what I use. If you guys were ever curious, that's there. So you could check out all my gear at that link, which it needs a space in it, so it's not a link. I gotta fix that command. Matt broke everything today. But yeah, that's what's going on, guys. I will see you next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was a lot of fun. Echo, 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 because I opened up my own channel. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'll have a video out Friday. We're going to be talking about Facebook and like all their moves they're making in the industry and how it's kind of detrimental, but still good for the... What is Matt talking about? All right, guys. It's been fun. I'll talk to you guys later. Blah, blah. I'm boring now. I'm no more fun. I'll see you later.